evaluator of David's speech. James, the floor is yours.
David, a wonderful speech. Got so many great things to say about it. Let's dive in. First off, when David speaks, astute people learn new things. David, you are an inspiring intellectual at your heart. That's what I get from you. You're analytical and you have a naturally massive amount of insight in every speech you give. That's your gold. Please hang on to that. Don't let that go. I want to give you a couple of recommendations. You asked me to look very closely at your purpose and your structure. I was unsure around some of your purpose. There are 4 purposes that we tend to talk about at Toastmasters: persuading, entertaining, informing, inspiring. I felt you were trying to make a persuasive case, but I wasn't completely sure. Something around thinking, feeling, and inhibiting yourself less. What I would invite you to think about when you write your speech, what's the one thing I want my audience to take away? Do I want them to change their behavior? Do I want them to have some different information? Do I want them to have a good time? Pick one, that's your purpose. Summarize it in one line. The other recommendation I give you relates to structure and delivery. You were doing something interesting. You were moving around on the spot, shifting your body weight without moving across the stage. First off, it gave me a slightly uneasy feeling. What I'd like to see is when you're in one spot, you hold your body in a more rigid way. Or if you're relaxed, try not to move back and forward so much, shifting the weight between feet. I would also encourage you to use the range of space you have on the stage. You can begin in one spot, move somewhere else as the speech progresses, and conclude in a final spot. What that will do is it will show you are comfortable in the space, and it will also support your audience with following your structure. I was a little lost at points of your structure, and I think one of the things you could do that would help most is actually using the stage to signify the development of your structure. I start there, then we go here, and we finish here. Tell your audience what you're going to do, and walk them through it. I want to commend you to wrap up. You showed some amazing development as a speaker, especially in between this speech and your last one. I want to call that out and bless that. You had fantastic audience engagement. Did anyone else notice what he did at the start of the talk? Well, he did just that. He used a question, and then he used a really fun improvisation game. I loved it. So engaging. You used a story which you weaved in. You used few notes, and you used a call to action. David, you're a rocket ship. Keep saying the thing and see what happens. Thank you.